hate doing this shit. I always get so awkward when I start doing it. My name's Gracie and I'm from the Byron Shire, born in Byron. I've never really left Byron. Mullumbimby is my home and went to Mullumbimby High, not Byron High. I graduated in 2019. I always forget how old I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved away for a year and just found myself back in the area because I just love the area and I love the people here. I love my friends and family.
I'm Lorien, as you know. I'm also from the Byron Shire, specifically the Mullumbimby region. I graduated in 2018 in the same year as Jahvis and Idan, the music composer. And yeah, sort of went to Melbourne, came back, sort of been here since then.
What do you guys do for work and also for your passion projects?
I work a few days at a warehouse in Mullumbimby, just stocking shelves. And so I started a little like side business, side passion, making shirts.
Spiritually unaware. And like the reason we do shirts is because I work at a screen printing place, so I have a bit of experience with making the shirts. And Grace is a very talented artist, and I'm a fairly talented graphic designer. And together we kind of combined all of our skills, and this is the result. And you know, I think it's pretty cool. When Jahvis approached us to create the logo for Something Deadly, it was a pretty cool opportunity. Like, I've been doing graphic design together for a while, but it was cool to be able to work on a sort of multifaceted project like Something Deadly, incorporating all the aspects of like culture and film and exploration, and
just a really great opportunity that we probably wouldn't have had. I never really had the opportunity to work professionally, I don't know if that's the right word, but on a art project. I've never actually had the opportunity or the budget to be paid for my art. So when we got the opportunity to do that together, it was awesome, and it was at quite a hard time with all COVID and all of that, and it was just a little kickstart to our passion and to getting us going with our design.
Having a little bit of graphic design experience was quite useful. You know, when Jahvis sort of approached us with the idea, we were very able to just kind of kickstart into it straight away.
We all came together and spent a few afternoons just brainstorming and just trying to get a vision of what we thought Something Deadly was, and how we wanted it to be represented through the logo. Yeah, and
specifically incorporating the Indigenous flag colours and that sort of element of it, and then also just working with it being fun and it not being too sophisticated or you know, it's a fun company, it's not.
We wanted it to embody Something Deadly is Jahvis and Kia and the whole crew, everyone, and just who we are as a group and a community. And so I think being able to incorporate the Indigenous flag and that fun kind of element into Something Deadly was really important to us. Yeah, and then that's when we kind of came up with the shuckers. It kind of almost even started out as a joke.
Yeah, it was.
And then we just started drawing and it just came together
Yeah, the ring kind of encapsulates sort of the whole organization of Something Deadly, and then you know the shuckers and the fun colors keeps it interesting and fresh, and you know just I feel it binds the community together a little bit more with the process, and it's a lot better to work in person because you know Jahvis can come down to our house in 20 minutes and we can show him something rather than having to wait a week for a reply for an email. You know, the process unfolds a lot more smoothly.
And I think that Something Deadly is such a personal, I don't know what it's called, community that it was really important that we were able to sit and bounce off each other and do that face to face.
It was nice working with Jahvis on this project specifically because the focus wasn't really so much on the end product, it was more so on the process itself and the intermeshing of different skill sets and, you know, artist, designer, filmmaker, that sort of merge of everything.
Yeah. it was my first like proper project, paid project. Not so much Loz's, but like our first together. Kind of showed us what we can actually do and like that we can work professionally and like.
And since then, like, it's given us the opportunity to work on another logo for the First Nations Future Film Festival, which jahvis is sort of in the process of making it a reality. That was another really cool project with like, you know, similar themes like film, you know, Indigenous Australian, like filmmaking specifically as well, and sort of First Nation.
First Nations film.
I can't speak. And I think that actually like really kick-started like our vision for our business and like wanting our passion to start a business together.
Since doing the logo, it's kind of like, you know, we've done a lot of posters and stuff back in the day, but like it's solidified that relationship of like you guys.
I'll be graphic designers.
Like, I need designers. I'll come to you guys.
Yeah.
Didn't really like it.
Yeah. It was shit.
No, I'm kidding. jahvis sent me the script pretty much straight away, and I could very much envision it. It was a very jahvis film. But no, I'm like seeing it come to life in such a cool way has been really awesome. Like, you really, they did a good job.
I came in like with no expectations. I knew nothing about it until I saw the trailer. And I saw the trailer and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how it's going.
Yeah. And like, I feel like jahvis has slowly created this like sort of style a little bit. Specifically, yeah,
I think that this has kind of like really solidified your filmmaking style and
you're never going to change from here.
No, I just think that like people probably watch a film and like be like, oh, like
This is
it's
jahvis.
jahvis.
Yeah, I've been making jahvis's posters since day one.
Yeah.
I've made all of them. And I always try to fit it with the style of the film. Like, you know, you're not trying to make an action poster for a soap opera.
Sad movie.
But specifically this one, I'm really excited to make it. I have a very like powerful image in my head.
You watched it and you're like, I know exactly the shot I need. I need jahvis to send me this shot. Like, I've got a vision.
And it will come into fruition once jahvis takes the photos.
I'm excited to watch the film. I want to see the rest. We're working on our shirts at the moment. Just trying to
Spiritually Unaware.
What's the website?
The website is spirituallyunaware.com.
It's just kind of like satire clothing, like of spirituality and like the bar and triad, because I think it's funny.
Yeah, like the slogan of the store is like enlightened clothing and fashion. Like, it's taking the piss. Like, clothes aren't enlightened. Or in the Shire of Byron Bay, it is, especially for like the locals and people who have lived here for a long time, it is weird seeing this influx of people who are very like commercial and very like city coming and living in our town, which is so not the city. And like,
you used to walk down the street and you know like every other person at least, and I walk down the street now and I do not know a single soul, and it's just so weird.
You know, especially for young people like us, it's so hard to find housing in this area now. Like, it's pretty cooked, and like I do feel like jahvis's film kind of touches on that a little bit with the lack of being able to spearfish in like a river where his ancestors have lived for a long time, a lot longer than we have. And
it's just like that disconnect from the land, from the area.
Which a lot of the locals are feeling. The
Yeah.
disconnect from their own community.
Yeah, people are moving,
It doesn't-
even though they love this area. Like, it doesn't feel like home anymore.
it's funny because we're trying to make money off this, but like our idea was to kind of take the piss of that in a way that doesn't really, you know, mean
not
anyone's going to get
mean.
hurt. Like, it's not mean. It's just sort of like
Kind of funny.
making fun of the spiritual people in this area who think they're very spiritual, but then will go and spend $400 on a pair of like
Linen.
shorts that are made in a fucking
White
sweatshop in
linen.
China. Like,
Yeah.
we're pretty conscious of trying to make it not too much of a like contradiction of itself, and I'm trying to make sure we source like ethical clothing and like ethical printing methods. And
They literally screen print it right there on that George Foreman grill.
The sandwich press.
we don't cook sandwiches on it, don't worry. If we could ever get it to a point where we could sell it, because
then we can just.
Ultimately, I don't want to be making t-shirts for my whole life. I want to farm. That's like
Yeah, to spirituality.
get back to
Spirituality.
spirituality. We'll be meditating every day.
We'll have the yoga circles.
Yeah, 11-11.
Make a wish.
Alright, cool.
Cool beans.
Thanks, freaks.
No worries.